Everyone, it's Kirei here with another process video for Bramble Fox, and this time I'm using the December Fox box and the new Paper Snips number 16. So you can see here I've got the December 22 title from the Fox box, and I've got the sheet of Paper Snips. And they're all numbered, so 1 to 31. So ideally for something like if you were doing a daily December album, but I wasn't, and I was thinking, how else can I use them? And I just had an idea to do some sort of like grid design with the numbers all over the background, and then to journal about December, just the sort of things that we do. Anyway, it sort of took a slight turn. So I'm here obviously just punching out all of the circles using a 1-inch circle punch, and I punch all of them out. I don't quite use every single one. The dark and navy ones that you can see there, I don't end up using those ones in the end. Then I've pulled out it's a Simple Stories Baking Spirits Bright collection. Now, I'm really not a baker, but it's such a lovely collection and I love the colours. So I just picked out a few of the pattern papers, and I just thought they were perfect with the colours of the paper snips. So I've just gutted that paper there and to create a frame, and then I've trimmed down my white cardstock to mount onto the frame. I'm obviously just distressing the edges first, and then I can get that stuck down. So just use my ATG to make sure that it's stuck down nice and tightly and securely, I should say. Okay, so I've made a wider frame this time. Often I use a slightly narrower frame, but I went slightly wider this time because I just wanted a bit more of the colour to pop from the edges. So the Fox box this month is obviously very festive, and I'm loving using it. So if you want to find out a little bit more about the subscription so that you don't miss out on these fabulous perspectives, pop on over to bramble.fox.co.uk, and you can find out all about the subscription and how to sign up. And you can also find out about the Fox Box Plus subscription, which gives you the perspectives as well as a sheet of paper snips and one of their fabulous Fox cut stencils. Okay, so I've moved on, and you can just see the faint lines of a pencil grid on the white background. I've punched out these circles here, so these are slightly larger now because I decided I needed something a little bit more to create a layer with the paper snips. So I've pulled out a selection of pattern papers from the Simple Stories Baking Spirits Bright collection, and then I'm just sort of layering up, working out how they're all going to sit. And then I've got my photo down the bottom right and the perspective, December 22. So sort of playing around with where I'm going to sit what. And I do at the moment, you can see, I still have this sort of darker navy. There you go, that joy that you can just see there. And there's another one on the top right that I've got in, but I do take those out and I just stick with the sort of softer blues and it's a very sort of mustardy ochre colour, and then the pink and red stripes. Okay, so I've worked out what I'm doing. I'm going to stick these all down just with a little bit of wet glue in the center of each. That way I can lift up the edges and get that sort of dimension and texture that I like to add to my layout. There we go. They are all stuck down, and I've added the circles over the top so I know exactly where they're going, and I'm now going to just get them stuck down. But what I'm pulling out now are the DIY epoxy flares that you get with the paper snips in your Foxbox Plus. And they just layer over those circles to create just like a little flare badge. And so I'm just sort of picking out a number of them and I'm layering on the epoxy sticker over them. And then the others, I'm just going to add a little bit of a foam pad underneath, and they're going to add obviously some dimensions. So all of the others will be stuck down with foam pads. So I'm just sort of working through all of that. I don't think I'm going to show you me doing that because it does take a little bit of time to get them all stuck down. Now, my photo that you can see there is actually this year's Bramble Fox Advent calendar. I was at the recent Paper Fox retreat weekend, and we were able to pick them up at that time. So I'd said earlier about my photo, about what I was going to do. I thought I was going to talk about, really just add some journaling about Christmas and December and what it meant, the sort of things that we do. However, because we got the Advent calendar at the weekend retreat, Wendy suggested to me, why don't I take a photo of that? Because it was perfect, because obviously we open up one of those each day. And yeah, so anyway, we took a photo. I got a photo taken, printed it out there and then, and that's what I decided to use. So it literally, I didn't add any other embellishments. You can see me here. I just wanted to match up the colours in the December 22 perspective. So I've pulled out my Cambella watercolours, these lovely teals, and there's like a glittery one. And I'm just really creating a mount for my photo, and I'll trim that out. And then the photo goes on, and then the December 22 perspective. But unfortunately, I didn't realise I'd missed videoing the very last part. So you missed that, I'm afraid, sorry. But you'll see the final layout in just a moment. So yeah, I layered the December 22 perspective onto some white card so that it really showed through on the layer, as you can see here, the little close-up. And there you go, really simple, very quick layout in the end to pull together. I really loved how it turned out. I hope you've enjoyed the process video, and I will see you again in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye for now.